Thin is a film I directed and a book that I photographed about the treatment of eating disorders. It's a personal, sometimes painfully intimate look inside a residential treatment center for women in South Florida. One of the reasons I was interested in doing this film is it is this extreme pathology, and yet it's something that mainstream women and mainstream men, I think, can relate to, because it's related to something that's so prevalent in our culture, which is this obsession to have the perfect body.
I want to just see if there's any marks. Okay, and turn them over. Okay, turn around, please. Okay, now I need you to drop the back. Okay, all right. Are you feeling safe, Atta?
Yes.
Okay.
The thoughts that led up to the eating disorder actually started probably around 4th or 5th grade. I would just pray that my stomach would go away overnight, or pray that like I could cut like half of my thighs.
I started dieting when I was 12 because I had bad body images, and a lot of my peers were a lot thinner than I was.
I wanted to be thin because after I've been touched, I didn't want anyone to look at me. I didn't want to be seen. I wanted to be invisible.
Every few weeks or so, I would binge and purge. I would just do it over and over and over again for 3-4 days, and it usually wound up resulting in dehydration and hospitalization, because I would also use diuretics, use hydrochlorothiazide and laxatives and enemas and ipecac.
It's not what we tend to see in the media when we see celebrities having it, and it doesn't have this kind of glamorous tinge that we sometimes see associated with it in the media. For many, it has nothing to do with the way their body looks or vanity. It really has to do with control, and that it's really a coping mechanism for whatever they're going through.
I came to Renfrew after a suicide attempt over 2 pieces of pizza. That was obviously not the whole reason why I tried to kill myself. That was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, I guess.
Is there any way that you can look at that as just bread, just cheese on top of it, and tomato sauce on top of it? Tell me what's going on. What's making it hard for you to eat this today?
It's a hard thing to eat anyway. I don't need this on top of everything else.
The kind of objective reality of any of these women's weight is really irrelevant to their illness. They have no normal, realistic perception of themselves.
I don't want to be seen like a skeleton with skin, but I also don't want to be seen like the fat lady in the circus. I don't know what normal is anymore.
I see problem areas.
Within the framework of the values of our culture, it makes sense to want to have a better body or want to be in a smaller size. But what you see with the women at Renfrew and the women who are suffering with a true eating disorder is that they are committing a form of slow suicide.
Did you put anything in it? Or have you been putting anything in it?
I haven't flushed it. I didn't have a 60cc syringe.
Have you been?
When I first got it in, I was like, well, this is like easy access to my stomach. I could flex my muscles in a certain way and stuff would come out, or I would just take a syringe and like suck things out, which is totally disgusting, I know, but I had to get it out of me.
You see these women who have so many qualities and so smart and so much ability, and the devastation that they're doing to their bodies, and when they talk about the medical consequences of what they've done, because they're very aware of what the medical consequences are.
I've been hospitalized about 4 times for a distended stomach. I've had dental problems, major depression. I've been hospitalized for low potassium and dehydration 3 times. I haven't had my period in 3.5 years.
You can get better, and some people do get better. One doctor told me around 50%. But you do have to want to get better. And sometimes you see patients at Renfrew, especially adolescents who have been sent there by their parents, who are not ready to get better.
I know you're in high school and you're surrounded by it. Please, please. There's so many thin girls and I'm not one of them. And I can't take it anymore. She's being so honest and so